So we've talked a little bit about how you have some concerns with the fact that so much of your time is dedicated to volleyball, and I
Mhm.
think that's so valid. So I kind of wanted to see if you were willing to do an assessment today to maybe start with something to kind of figure out some areas that might interest you for us to further explore this summer when you said you'll be home and you have a little bit more time.
Yeah.
And if we can find some areas of things that interest you or values that really drive you, maybe we can start exploring with our alumni association or with opportunities back home.
Okay.
You're only a sophomore, so I think this might be a really fun exercise to just kind of see what do you value in your career and where are the connections between your sport and maybe something in the future.
Sweet.
So this is called the value card sort.
It's kind of nice that I have the athletics to kind of fall back on when I'm thinking about this.
Yeah.
I feel like being on the team is similar to, working and stuff.
Yeah, and I think that so many things you have as traits that you can use in the sports environment, you can definitely transition into the work environment, and you'll be highly sought after as an employee because of the work you've
Hope
done
so.
in college athletics. Awesome.
That's
So, how easy or hard was that exercise for you?
I think that some of them were automatic. I knew right where they needed to go.
Mm-hmm.
And the main things were probably leadership, competition, helping others. Those were right away. I knew that was really important to me. But like I said, I think that some of the stuff I really had to think hard about. I think initially I probably would have thought some of these things like recognition, prestige,
Mm-hmm.
would have gone in more of a reasonably important to not very important category. But when I really think about the work that I want to do, is that something that's at the top of my list? And the answer is no. So I think that kind of stuff was a little bit challenging. Just trying to do it to a more vulnerable level.
What patterns did you notice in terms of what values were most and least important to you?
It seems like most important were things that involve with being with other people. So I had help society, influence people, help others, moral fulfillment, competition,
Mm-hmm.
work with others, leadership. These literally all public contact relationships. They almost all are having to do with being with other people in some regard. Even in competition, you have to compete with. I guess you can compete with yourself, but yeah.
So you're alluding to it a little bit, but did you learn anything about yourself in this exercise?
Yeah. I think I learned some good stuff. I think I learned that things that I kind of was always a little bit ashamed of wanting to have and wanting I don't know, kind of selfishly wanting, aren't actually as important to me as I thought they were, which makes me feel pretty good. But then, like I said, as I was doing it, some of the stuff money, you hate to say that that's important to you, but at the end of the day, you got to pay the bills. So I think that
Right.
I don't know if it's something I'm proud of, but I think it's something that I'm gonna have to become more confident with and just accept the fact that has to be a factor.
I think that's realistic.
Yeah.
That's important that you're self-aware of how you want to figure out how to manage that in your life and in your career development.
Definitely.
And then I know we've talked a little bit about areas of careers that you might be interested in due to your sports background, but have you seen any of your values fit with those careers we've talked about?
Definitely. I mean, I know I mentioned wanting to be a coach or work with youth in sports, not necessarily only in volleyball, but something with youth athletics. And I think almost all of these in my very important category kind of fit with that.
Right.
As does a couple of the things that I really had never thought about being important until I read these sheets, such as supervision, fast pace, things like that, physical challenge. I think that all of that stuff kind of would go in working with kids or being a coach.
I'm going to give you my notes on this from the questions we talked about today.
Okay.
Then we're also going to take a photo of this, and I'm going to ask you to do a little bit of homework.
Okay.
I know you're going into midterms, so it's a little bit busy, but
It's okay.
I think we should take a photo of this, and maybe from your very important and reasonably important categories, and you're not important at all, think about potential opportunities this summer of industries, or whether it's I want to coach, or maybe I'm thinking I want to get experience because you are a business major, maybe that's something you want to pursue.
Okay.
And maybe make a list of things that I'd be interested in trying, just kind of areas, and then areas I'm really not interested in.
Okay.
From your values, and then we can meet next week and continue to develop a plan moving forward.
Okay.